failing a lot, so I'm trying my best to keep the stream going. I have no idea what's wrong with my internet, or I don't know if our internet can produce streams or not, just because we have so many people on the same device in a household. So hopefully, but I keep lowering the settings, the bit rate, and just seeing what I can do about it. So as I check this out, yeah, it looks like it's working right now. So we're gonna see how far we can go without crashing. So we're gonna play the Amtrak Northeast Corridor, Washington, Baltimore. Of course, it's my favorite route, and we're gonna see how many trains we can just go up and down the corridor. So let's go give it a shot here. Like I said, I really hope it works. If it doesn't work, of course, let me know down below. We're gonna give it a shot. So I guess the first one we'll play is the we'll play an ACS 64. We'll play the whatchamacallit, the 600, the David L. gun. See how far we go with that. Plus some clear conditions. We'll part right noon. Let's go ahead and start. So I have again lowered the quality for the stream. I've lowered the bitrate and everything. So I really hope it works. If it doesn't work, again, please let me know so I can adjust, fix, and do whatever needs to be needed. So it looks like it's working now. I got my phone hooked up to the stream as well, so hopefully we get some out of it. It looks like we have 2 views. I know one of them's me, so to my other viewer, hello, welcome. Hope you enjoy. If any requests, let me know. I'll show you all my inventory next. Maybe we can do something unique and interesting, but it's your call. But to my other viewer, hello. Hey, how's it going? BG003 official. How's it going? Sorry, I didn't see your comment till now. Alright, here we go. Alright, welcome to the ACS 64. We'll be operating number 600. David L. gun. In the Northeast Regional Consist, and we're going to go to Baltimore via New Carrollton BWI Airport. Right, so let's give this a whirl. And basically, we're just going to go up and back, and until we're pretty much tired, and see how everything goes. So let's go run a brake test real fast. So basically, when we're running a brake test, we're just checking, make sure that our brake pressure will respond. So the first thing we're going to do is add my parking brake. So when we release the brakes, our parking brake will still be applied. So let's go and start testing the brakes here. Basically, we're trying to see if the brakes will react. No emergency. Okay, all the air drops. Good full service. Let our air charge up again. Now, there is something I was told about the ACS 64s as well as the SC44 chargers, which are both built by Siemens, by the way, that when you do a radio check on here and when you test the sounds and all the alerters and all the basic alarms through the system, it will play the national anthem. That is what I was told. I don't know if it's true or if it's a rumor. I guess we can find out. Alright, the train brakes work. We're getting air. Let's test the independent brake. Alright, that's full. Alright, so it looks like the independent brake or the locomotive brake is responding good. Alright. Our brakes back to suppression. And then our local brakes dropped, and then we'll drop our parking brake. Turn our headlight here. I'm gonna load some passengers. They parked it too far. That's okay. And the sound mods, by the way, are courtesy of FanRailer. Like and subscribe to him on YouTube, and you can find him on Facebook as well. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to perform a running brake test. So that means when the train is moving, we're going to apply the brakes and make sure we have enough brake pressure for a response. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. So the doors are closed. To proceed, signal indication. Next stop is New Carrollton. So let's go and depart. Nice and easy. Whoops. Somebody call me. Alright, let's go test the brakes real fast. Alright, we have a good running brake test. The brake pipes responded, as well as we had enough pressure to slow the train down even at minimum reduction. We shall continue. We have a restricting signal here at K Tower, so we're going to look for our next signal. Alright, looks like we are running at a slow clear, so we'll go ahead and continue. That was K Tower just passed. Now this is F Tower. This signal is called F Tower. These are control point. Another slow clear. That was H Tower, which just passed under as well. Alright, and we have a clear in the cab, clear for 20, and we have a clear signal. See that little white light on top of the signal there? That indicates that is a clear. That is what's called B&O signals, or Washington territory, or Washington Terminal territory, excuse me. So just our alerter. This bridge is called New York Avenue. And then these little B&O signals you see on the right, this track left. That track to the left goes right to the CSX Capital Subdivision, and that is also called New York Avenue. And now we are technically on track 42, coming into the Washington Terminal, but as we're leaving Washington Terminal, these signals are called CP Avenue. And once we pass this signal, we are now on track number 2, indicating that we are on the official Amtrak Northeast Corridor, and we've left the Washington Terminal. Alright, so now we are clear for 95, so we're going to ease up our throttle here so we don't cause any wheel slips. Go full 100. And to the right is, sorry, I keep saying to the right, that's my favorite side. To the left is Ivy City Yard for Amtrak. And to the right, to the left, Jesus. To the left is the CSX Capital Subdivision. And we'll catch up with that actually when we get to Halethorpe. And with all that being said, I'll go ahead and shut off my microphone here and let you guys enjoy the ride. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I will try to comment back as fast as I can. So in the meantime, enjoy. Alright, we arrived at New Carrollton, Maryland. Milepost 127. So the first crossover we passed over was Landover, and now that joins the CSX Landover subdivision, which comes from Bedding Yards of Washington, D.C., and will connect the CSX Alexandria branch, which is attached to the Capital subdivision, as well as the CSX R&P subdivision as well. Yeah, so I've been expecting a call for a little bit, so that was my friend trying to call me earlier, but it seems I can't get hold of him at the moment, but hopefully he'll come back. So that buzzer you hear is just my alerter. It's just making sure that I am still alive. So we're going up a 1% grade right now, so that's why I'm trying to not to wheel slip. So if I go like full 100%, then I'll start wheel slipping, which is not good for my wheels. It's definitely not good for the rail either. I could use some sand if I wanted to as well. We'll take it nice and easy. We'll eventually get to 125. Right now our speed limit is actually 110 because we are a slower consist than like the Cell Express, which is a high-speed consist, which they can tilt on these curves, and we kind of can, but the tracks are super elevated, so therefore we don't have any tilting mechanisms. We can actually go 125 miles an hour on these curves, but due for safety reasoning, we're only restricted down to 110 right now. Coming around Lanham, Maryland, and we'll be arriving here in Seabrook. Well, not arriving, but like passing through. So now we go 100% in the throttle. There's Seabrook. And the CSX trains that entered at Landover will come on track 1 and will go all the way to Bowie State, Maryland, which will be the next crossover, and will they'll go off the little Y that's at Bowie, and that is actually the CSX Pope Creek subdivision. The trains will go down to a place called Morgantown, or around there, further beyond. That's where your coal trains, or some of your coal trains, some of your rock trains, and some locals will actually go. So the Northeast Corridor in this particular section between Landover and Bowie State does have a pretty significant amount of freight traffic for CSX. Now, when you go north of Baltimore, you have a place called called Perryville, and that is the Norfolk Southern Port Road Bridge that will actually go up to a big yard in Pennsylvania called Enola, Pennsylvania. And so those will go from here, or sorry, not here, from Perryville. They'll go northwest to Enola, and then trains from there will come down to Perryville, come on the Northeast Corridor, and there's a yard just north of Baltimore Penn Station called Bayview. And that's a Norfolk Southern. So I do apologize if the quality is not good on y'all's end. It's good on my end, just because I'm the transmitter. So, but when you guys are receiving, because I'm looking at my phone right now with all that. So yeah, I apologize. All right, and this is buoy interlocking, and that track that forms to the right now that I'm using the right side, we'll go to the Pope Creek subdivision. Matter of fact, that is the Pope Creek subdivision. So we have a speed restriction of 115 miles per hour, and which is right here. And then every curve after that, or after Bowie State, Maryland, will go 120 miles per hour. And then this is Bowie State University, Bowie, Maryland. I hope you guys enjoy the live stream so far. So beginning around that curve, which is milepost 118 through milepost 113, every curve is 120 miles per hour restriction for all train type B speeds. I don't know what else to call it at the moment. I know I'm stuttering a lot right now, so I do apologize in advance. Hopefully my buddy will call me back. He's just calling me so we can discuss work stuff. I got a new job for Piedmont Airlines. I ship out to Dallas Fort Worth for 1 week this Monday. So my buddy previously worked for Piedmont and is trying to make sure everything's all set up for me. And this is my toga brother, as you guys know, Sean. You know, one of my amazing co-workers, my best friend, my brother. You know, my aviation. I don't have any other words to describe him. He's just so awesome. He's like my very close aviation brother, and honestly, I don't know where I'd be in life without him right now. Just, you know, give me all kinds of tests, motivating me, you know, just keep pushing me through, and you know, has always been there for me, and I always appreciate everything he's done for me. So that's what I'm waiting on. You know, my boy Sean to call me, so we can discuss further opportunities and just talk about aviation in general. Oh, looks like we have 2 people watching right now, so identify yourself. Don't be shy. I'm very friendly. I don't bite. Unless I'm hungry, then I might bite something. I'm just kidding. So we're planning on going over from track 2 to track 1 here at Grove, which is one of 3 high-speed crossover on the C-Tech Section 1. Now, Amtrak has divided its, its sections on the Northeast Quarter between Centralized Traffic Electrification Control, or C-Tech, and that goes between here and somewhere in New Jersey. I couldn't tell you where exactly. This is Odenton, Maryland, Odenton Mark Station. We'll go and begin slowing down once I put out full dynamic brakes. Alright, Alright, we do have a cab speed signal, that flashing green, so we're going to go no more than 80. This crossover right here, you can take over at 80 miles an hour. And we just took the crossover at 80. Our tail end's going to clear. And we should be proceeding at 110 here shortly. Probably right after we pass this little industrial track. And then we'll only be allowed to go 110 miles per hour. There we go. It's another curve between Grove and milepost 110, which is it's just this S curve coming up right here. It's 120 miles an hour. Well, for us, it's literally just 110 the entire way. So, because this track is meant for a slower speeds, so like for MARC trains or any train that's going to be stopping at a BWI airport. That's why you have a high-speed crossover, because you have us, like Northeast Regional, and then the Uracellas that will need to stop at BWI Airport. And so those trains can keep maintaining a high speed rather than slowing down at 45 miles an hour and then building up that speed. You know, they can still continue to have that speed, just a reduced speed, if that makes any sense. Actually, after this, we'll be good for, well, we're good for 110 anyways, but if we were on track 2, going past BWI Airport, then yes, we would be going at 120 miles an hour, then now 125. All the way off the... Now to the left, finally got that right, to the left, after this bridge, apparently this is a nice spot to view trains. I've seen many YouTube videos on it, so when I come back to the DMV, and if I have a vehicle, this will definitely be a spot I want to check out, because I've seen a lot of trains just go all over the place. Alright, where it says 90, over there, that's BWI Airport, so we'll have to start slowing down for that. And we shall after we pass this signal. And so we shall right now. Now this little tower over here to the right is the runway markers for, I think it's runway 10, right? I'm not sure. But that's one of the runways. I'm pretty sure that's 10, right? Alright, about 3/4 mile is BWI Airport, so we'll start slowing down here. We'll enter the platform at least no more than 40 miles an hour. It was no more than 45. Yeah, cut off our dynamic brakes. Alright, welcome to BWI Airport. So another trick we can do is we can apply full independent brake and then release our train brake. And what this does basically is it'll hold our train in place because we're on a flat grade right now, so the train's not really going to roll anywhere. So it looks like our doors are closed. We're good to go. Give me 1 second.
Alright, copy.
Alright, so I'm going to mute my microphone just for a little bit, so enjoy the rest of the streams. We're coming to Baltimore. I'll let you guys choose the next ones. Anybody is on. Enjoy the rest.